Hey there, folks. It's Gabe. This is my channel, Man Up. Um, for those of you that don't know, I am a work in progress. I'm trying to man up. So, what does that mean? Well, it means trying to figure out how to be a man. Because as a man, sometimes along the way we act the way that we think that a man should. And as it turns out, we're acting maybe like our fathers or role models or something that we've had in our life, and maybe those weren't the greatest role models to have. And so, as I sit here today recording this, uh, I wanted to let you all know that I'm broken, that I am redefining myself, and I am a work in progress. And that's why I'm sharing this. I wish I could say that I had all the answers, but the truth is I don't. So what I do is I share my struggles on here, and then I kind of tell people what's going on. And it seems to be working because I've got people reaching out to me from all over, and uh, it makes me feel good because a few months ago I was broken yet once again, and I feel like I'd lost everything. And today I've actually found my smile, and I'm working hard to man up and become a man. And so I wanted to share with you this past week what I've learned, and I've learned that you've got to cut toxic people out of your life. I used to think that toxic meant, really, really bad people, but what I've learned is that toxic means that anybody that doesn't add value to your life, they've got to go, and you've got to find the strength to do it. This could be friends, family members, um, coworkers. It can really be anybody, but if they don't add value to your life, then why are you letting them occupy your life? I mean, that's a question that you have to ask. And as a man, it's pretty hard to admit that sometimes you become weak and you rely on other people. And so what I've done is I've watched some pretty powerful videos by some powerful men that have lost everything and they've rebuilt themselves. And that's what I want to do. So one of them used the analogy of l- trying to define letting go of as you're trying to let something go, or why are you letting something have so much power over you when you're trying to better yourself, right? um, and they kind of use an analogy that I'm not going to say on here because it's their analogy, but I kind of think that using an analogy of a boat works better, or a sail. You know, why are you letting people steal your wind? For those of you that are sailors, you'll understand that. But when you're in sailing and you're in a race, you're trying to steal everybody else's wind. You're trying to find wind that fills your sails the most, so that you can cut through the water and be the fastest, right, and get to the finish line before anybody else. Um, and what I've found now, I'm a sailor. I have been since I was born. I let a lot of people rob my wind. They take my tack. They they try to take my wind, and they try to prevent me from winning. And I'm very competitive, and so I don't understand why, as I sit behind the helm of my ship or my sailboat or whatever analogy you want to use on this, is why am I letting other people try to beat me? And the answer is I don't know, but I'm not going to do it anymore. And so if you think about that analogy, we can go even further into it. Is if you're the ship, if you're the sailboat, if you're the boat, are you the anchor, or are you allowing somebody to be your anchor? And I thought about this. It hit me last night. I need to be my anchor. If I'm the boat, then I am everything of the boat. I'm the anchor. I'm the rope. I'm the mast. I'm the sail. I'm the helm. I'm the motor. I'm whatever boat you have. You're the captain of your own vessel, and therefore you're responsible for everything. And so why let somebody anchor your life and then you spin around them, right? You need to be your own anchor. And so I wanted to talk to you today about that and talk to you about where I've come. If some of you have watched the videos, you know that I've had it pretty tough lately. I have had to come to grips with living after sobriety. I've been sober now for 2 years, but I forgot how to live. I lost my sense of self. I lost my personality. I became emotionally crippled. And I started the group Man Up, and I thought long and hard about what being a man was. And my wife told me that I'm the most manly man she's ever seen, and a lot of men have told me, you're a man. Well, what does that mean? I'm a man because I got a big burly beard and bald hair, and I look like a fucking Viking, and most of the time I'm walking around with resting bitch face, because I look like I could snap your neck at any time, because I was in the military, because I played football, because I hunt, because I fish. I do manly dude shit. Does that make me a man? I used to think so, um, but what I realized is that I had a bad, father, and I was taught that men don't cry, men don't show weakness, men don't show fear. Um, you know, you you're tough, right? You're like emotionless, and I never saw my dad cry. Uh, I He made me cry. Um, he beat me. He did some shit to me that for a long time I carried. Actually, I'll be 49, so pretty much for 48 years I carried um, all the he dumped on me, right? Until I realized that I'm responsible for me. And so what have I had to do? I've had to look into my past and realize that the reason that I am so much of a fucking asshole, really, um, that the reason that I am this man, or this overcompensating man, actually, is because I was broken. I felt insecure. Um, and my drive and my anger and all of that drove me, um, and I couldn't turn it off. And it took me a long time to realize I had to lose everything. I've literally lost everything. As I sit here today, I've damaged my family, um, my mom, my sister, uh, my wife, my two stepdaughters, my daughter. Uh, and I didn't mean to do it. Uh, how did I do it? Because I didn't know who I was. And although I was physically there, I wasn't emotionally there. I wasn't present. I wasn't in the situation. I wasn't living. I wasn't happy. I didn't love myself. And over the past month and a half, I've been forced to spend a lot of time with myself again. And I'm learning to love myself. And I'm learning to smile. I'm learning that through suffering, there's change, right? To truly sit back and suffer brings about change. I took a dog training class for my Belgian Malinois, and in the class they said that science has proven that you can make a dog smarter by making them suffer through something and then think, and then it builds the waxy coating that goes around your synapse to make you be able to learn and redevelop pathways. And so I think obviously it's the same in us, because through tragedy and suffering, you learn and you become stronger and you become smarter, right? So today, as I sit here recording this video for you, I am stronger, because I've had to suffer, and I've had to look into my past, and I've had to take ownership of the fact that my mom did the best that she could, my dad did the best that they could, and all that baggage that they put on me. The great thing about baggage is it has handles and you can set it down, right? So most of us, because it has handles, we choose to hold on to it and carry it through our life. And man, I can't do that anymore. I have to live for me. I have to wake up every day, and I have to be in control of my happiness. I have to choose who I have around me, and I have to choose whether I'm going to hold on to that baggage or if I'm going to drop it off. And so I've chosen to drop it off. I've chosen to live my life for me. I've chosen to work on me. I come first. God comes first, and then I come in right behind that. And you know, if you see my struggles, I'm a former atheist, and I asked God to come into my life. And man, I didn't know that it was going to rock me to my core, and that everything that I loved and held valuable in life was going to be ripped away. I had no idea. Um, and Yet it was. I mean, I spent Christmas by myself. I spent New Year's by myself, um, all because of my actions, my past actions. Um, my wife told me, she said, you know, people have hurt me. And she goes, and you've hurt me. Does it matter if you meant to hurt me? The end result's the same. And I thought about that. I didn't really understand that when she said it, but I started thinking about it. And a lot of people have hurt me too. And whether they meant to or they didn't, the end result is still pain. So some of the hurt was done with malice. Some of it wasn't done with malice. So there's Aki. Aki likes what I say today. So what do you do? How do you define who hurt you worse or how you respond to it? The end result is pain, right? Suffering, hurt. You gave somebody the ability to hurt you, and they did. And what I understand now is that I can respond to how people treat me. I give them the power to hurt me or not hurt me, and I'm taking that power away. And I don't want to hurt anybody anymore, because the majority of the people that I hurt because of my alcohol, because I was knee deep in alcohol. I was taking pills or pain medicine, or I was trying to numb the pain that I felt inside, and what I was doing was transferring the pain that I felt inside to other people, inadvertently. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize that, but you can hurt somebody by not being there. You love them. You say you love them. Hell, maybe you brought them into this world, and you're there, but you're not there. And so I make this video today because I am here. I am busting my ass to take all the negativity I've had in my life and learn from it and let it go. I am trying to be the man that I want to be, and also remember that God says that I'm perfect in His eyes. I am who I am supposed to be. And so when somebody goes to hurt me, I now have to realize that I either am going to give them the power to hurt me or I'm not. And so how do you get there? Guys, I don't, guys and gals, because girls are reaching out to me too. I don't know how you get there. But I know that you have to make your family a priority. You've got to make yourself a priority so that you can be there for your family. And if you don't do that, you become lost. And you hurt people. And you hurt friends. And you hurt everyone around you. And you don't understand that you're hurting them because you don't even know who the hell you are. And so losing oneself is one of the easiest things to do in life. And looking in the mirror and having a conversation with yourself and identifying the things that you are holding you back is super hard. It's funny, you can lie to everyone in your life. David Goggins, he has a fucking powerful video, and he has an amazing book to describe this. You can go through trauma like I did when I was a kid. I was poor, I was picked on, I was beat, I was bullied. I watched my mom go through destructive relationships. My dad beat the shit out of me. And you know what I did? I made this second me. My grandfather used to call me Broadway. because he loved watching me play baseball and football, and I was a pretty good athlete. Um, but what I did was I took all my anger and everything, and I let it out on whoever the fuck was across from me. I was good at it too, because I was gonna smash your mouth. And I built up this ego that I called Broadway. It was I'm gonna be somebody that I'm not. I'm not gonna be broken. I'm gonna be a great athlete. I'm gonna be a great person. I'm gonna be a you know and I would tell lies and I would make up stories and I would embellish and I would become somebody that I'm not because the person that I was broken. And I was just a man. I was a sad, hurt little boy. And what I realized is that I carried that forward. And so at 48, when I'm 47, now that I'm doing all this work, what am I? I'm still that 8-year-old broken boy. I'm that boy that whose father left him, and who was beat, who didn't have clothes and didn't have the nicest things, and was completely poor. And man, that's hard to admit. It's hard to admit as a man that that you still feel like that inside, that you still feel worthless and you feel unwanted and you feel abandoned and you feel isolated and you just feel lost. And so becoming a man and doing man up, I've had to come to grips with that. And I've had to realize that I don't want to be that person anymore. And that means that I got to spend a lot of time with myself, and I have to rebuild myself. Um, I quit drinking. Nobody else quit drinking. I did. And David Goggins goes on to say in his video he says, you know, he did the same thing. He built this alter ego, and he was called racial slurs. I mean, I was called some pretty bad names. I was called a stupid idiot. I was placed in uh, resource classes. I was told I was never going to amount to anything. I was told I had a learning disability. I was told I was stupid, that I never did get a degree. My 8th grade teacher looked at me and said, "You are the stupidest person I've ever had in class." I mean, emotionally and mentally abused. And I sit here today, and I've got a degree. I have people that love me. I'm making this video because I want people to understand that some shit's going to happen to you in life, man. And you have to push through it, just like David Goggins said. He said, the racial slur that he was called is just a word. You're going to be called gay and faggot, and you're going to be called, I was called cracker, and I was called dirt, trash, trailer trash, white trash. You're going to be called names, but they're just names. They're just words, and words only have power if you give them to them. If you give those words power, then they have power, and they become powerful over you. And he said that he realized that he had built up this alter ego. He calls it Goggins. And when I watched his video, I cried because it was the first time I'd ever heard another man explain what I'd been through. And I can go into a room and I can tell a story, and I can put my Broadway personality on, and man, I can light up a room, and I'm funny, and I'm all these things. But for so long, I would leave that room, or I would leave that scenario, and then I was broken again, and I came back to Gabe. And what I'm doing now today is I'm bringing those back together to where Gabe is that guy, right? I can walk into a room, I can own a room, because I feel like I need to be there because I am smart. It took me 18 years to get a fucking degree because I couldn't pass math because I have math dyslexia, word dyslexia, or whatever the fuck it's called. I have memory issues. I have every reason not to be here making this video today, and yet here I am. Right? I've defied the odds. I'm not stupid. I've been successful. I've had a 22-year career in the oil and gas industry. I've made a lot of money. I've bought a lot of things. I am everything that everyone said that I wasn't. But I was still broken. And now I want to give up all my belongings and give up everything else just to become whole again, just to become me, because the world does not define me. And so if you get nothing out of this video today, other than You've got to be yourself. You've got to find that is. Find your passion. Explore your passion. Cut out the negativity. Cut out the people in your life that are bringing you down. Be your own anchor. Don't let the people in this world steal the air that's supposed to fill your cells. So I hope you find this video uplifting because the smile's not faked. Kind of look like Elvis there. I don't know why my smile's crooked, but man, if I can smile after all the fucking shit I've been through, you can smile. So reach out to me. Please share this video. Subscribe to my channel. It's going to get bigger and better. I appreciate everybody that's reached out to me on this channel. You guys warm my heart. I just want to help you. And I want to stop you before you go down the path of depression like I was and suicide. And know that you've got a friend, and that if I can fucking smile after all the bullshit that I've gone through, you can too. Gabe, man up. Have a great day.